What up, YouTube? What up? How do I do it? Why do I never remember how to do this? Oh shit! Is this episode 6 or 7?
Shake it.
Because you're too fat.
I gotta put it up so I'm taller than you.
You got to cheat, huh?
It's all about angles.
Wait, is this 7 or 6?
Like how your hat matches my shirt.
I planned that.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna get ready for sparring.
Who are you gonna beat up?
Everybody. Anybody and everybody.
I bet Kenny whips you.
Kenny's tough. Kenny's kind of a stud.
I saw Kenny the other day.
He's quick. He's fighting a fucking, I don't even know, dude.
Little lemur or something.
Fucking beam of lightning.
Okay. All right, talk. We're rocking. Let's play the song for a sec while we get our minds right. And then we'll rip it.
Let's rip it.
Yeah, we do match. Coordinated. I don't really match. Usually I like to coordinate the hat. Shirt, but look at this one. Got
Got your fight shorts on the way.
nice. I still haven't. You haven't sent me the guy yet.
It's the Coach and Coco cast.
All right. All right. What up, everybody?
What up?
Coach and Coco cast. Theme of today's episode is clean the sauce while it's still wet. I am Coach Ryan, and this is the co-host, Chris Coco Chorus. Let's get ripping.
Let's rip it.
All right. First thing everybody wants to know: how did your first ever MMA seminar go?
It was sick. It's not so much a seminar. It's like a workshop.
Workshop. All right.
Program,
Yeah, cool.
But it was tight, man. It started at 4:30, of course, just like the last thing that we did. 4:30 rolled around, nobody was there. I was like, all right, it is what it is. You know how these things go. It was raining out too, so we didn't really know what to expect. But then people started flooding in.
Nice.
And it was a good mix of ages. Pretty much had the highest age and the lowest. Literally.
Yeah, I saw it from the picture. That was cool.
Yeah. And it was dope.
What up,
man.
Noah?
You know, everybody's kind of got their own story and their own reason for being in there. But what was cool is that we kind of went in with a plan. By we, I mean me and like the team that I'm working with.
Yeah.
And it was dope because that plan got washed away because the vibe was just like so good all the way through.
Cool.
Like, it was one of those situations where an hour and a half blew by and we were like, all right, we got to get ready for next week. But yeah, it was super cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun.
Saw you had my boy Christian Ruiz in there.
Yeah.
I love that kid.
Yeah. That's crazy because I didn't recognize him at first, but then I was like, oh, yeah.
You used to work with his older brother, Brandon, was on the team when you were around.
That's why he looks so
That's why he looks like that. He looks like a little
just
Brandon.
like him.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah, dang, that's
Yep.
crazy.
Yeah.
Just realized that. He can throw down, too. I mean,
He's tough.
he's got hands, yeah.
He's tough. He's got super good double legs, too.
Really?
Yeah. If you could mix in, like, a couple combos with a level change, he'd be on that like that.
Damn.
He's athletic.
How old is he again?
Right now, I guess he would be a junior, I think, in high school, probably around 17.
Talk to him.
16.
I wonder what his goals are and see if he wants to.
Yeah.
I mean, the sky's the limit through the program. You know, like I told this one kid came in. I think he was on the wrestling. He did mention he was on the wrestling team. And he was this cocky kid, and he came after class, and he was like, "Man, he's like, I'm super talented." He's like, "I want to fight. I want to box, man. I can be great." And super cocky, but I was like, "Bro, look, I can make you great. Like I can turn. I got all the resources. I got all the coaches. I got the skills." But it's funny because a lot of these kids, you know, they say they want to do it, but they don't understand what it takes.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, that's the coach's job, is to make them do what it takes until they figure it out.
Yeah, and you do got to be, you know how it is, man. You got to be special to actually want to be number one in state. You know, world champion MMA fighter. It's crazy. Yeah. I was thinking today, actually, that reminds me. I was driving and I was like, damn, because we were talking about this a little bit in the class, like about sacrifices and what it takes to actually be like good at something.
Mm-hmm.
I was driving today and I was just thinking, like, for anybody, I was like, show me what you've sacrificed and I'll tell you how great you can be.
Yeah.
You know
I like
what I
that.
mean?
Exactly.
I wrote that down. It's like, damn. Because it's true. Because, I mean, even looking at myself, man, I feel like, and I haven't even made it like to the UFC or anything like that or whatever I've done, but I've had to sacrifice everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's like what I always say. My favorite speech to give is right before the big match or the big fight is you now finally get to say I can after you had to say I can't so many times. I can't stay out late.
That's it.
I can't eat that junk food. I can't party with you. I can't, you know, I have to lift weights in the morning. I can't focus on relationships. I can't do this. All of those I can'ts that you have to say to all those things make it so that you finally can say I can go in and beat this guy when it matters. And all of those little pleasures that you skipped out on combine into one huge, massive pleasure.
What's interesting to me and that I've been kind of trying to like dissect lately is like when you go through this process of having to sacrifice everything, where does it fall worth it to you or like to any, you know what I mean? Because like for me, I sacrificed everything to go travel like Southeast Asia and the world or whatever and chase my dream.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of points in time where I was like, if I don't succeed at this, it feels like I'm going to have nothing, you know?
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Well, that's what makes it worth it though, is the risk of it not paying off, A, is a source of fuel, and B, like that's why they put a valuable prize on the line,
right?
Is because you have to risk it in order to get that reward. If there was a fallback, you wouldn't be driven to push yourself. You know what I mean? Right. If it was like, you know, like for a fight, you get the show money, which is to cover your expenses, but you get the win money,
right?
If you actually get it done, right? And that risk, like if both guys got the same amount of money, what would be the incentive for them to push it? Right?
And disclaimer, it was totally worth it. You know, everything has been worth it, but you do stress about it a lot when you're like, is everything that I'm giving up for what I'm trying to accomplish worth it? And it's scary because you're giving up all this other stuff to set out on something that you're not even sure is going to work out. You don't know what the outcome is.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy.
Well, so I watched UFC this Saturday, and there was a dude who had gone through so much to get back in the cage and fight. And it was a lot like your fight in Momentum. Afterwards, he was just so overcome with emotion and was just crumpled on the ground like in tears. And it's because of what you're saying. Like, it's scary that he sacrificed so much and pushed through so much to get to that moment. But you're not going to get that moment that you'll remember forever. Yeah. And you will remember more about yourself if you're willing to take that risk, to believe in yourself, make a bet on yourself.
Right.
And when you think about it like, oh, I would have nothing, what you forget, though, is how much more of a badass you became by being willing to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's hard to trust the unknown, man. It's hard to walk away from what's familiar and what you know to walk into what you don't know. You know, what's the unknown.
Yeah.
I think that's what's gotten me in the past. I know that's what gets a lot of people too.
It does. Yeah. And I could see some of my high school kids are in here watching. That unknown is about to happen either 4, 3, 2, 1, or half a year from now. And you got to take from us, you got to be brave enough to jump off that diving board and launch as far as you can from where you're at. This will always be here. We'll always be your safety net, but you got to boost out of here, and you got to go set a goal that is
as big as it can be.
Big as it can be.
Yeah.
Right, Noah?
Yeah.
All right.
And remember, if it's meant to be there, it'll stay, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Friends, family, girlfriends, careers, whatever. I mean, whatever's in your life that you have to sacrifice to be great, if it's meant to stay in your life, it will stay when you chase that greatness. So just think about that, because you cannot sacrifice not doing it for what you have in your life.
Love that.
You know what I mean?
So speaking of your MMA program, and you're talking about the goals of the kids that are in there, what are your specific goals for it?
For the MMA program?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, man, I just want to help. I want to bring out the best in all these people that are coming to me. I mean, I'm really dedicated to this because I've put so much work into it. Like I said, I've sacrificed everything, and I feel like I've done the hard things that a lot of people avoid doing, because it sucks. It sucks being lonely. It sucks stripping yourself clean of all the luxuries and all the things you love. I mean, you know, it's the path that I took to try and put myself in a position to be a leader has been extremely difficult. It's like walking the walk so you can talk the talk. And so now to be in that position, it's really personal. And so with that being said, I decided to take on the most tough group of kids and people that I could. So my program is primarily working with right now people that are fresh out of juvenile hall, people that are in foster care, because that for me, you know, it's like we were talking a little bit after our session that anybody can make it. Everybody's got a fair shot in life, but people that have really been through stuff have that special fire in them that if you can just like redirect the burn, they can really become somebody. And so, and it's just something I enjoy, man. I just love working with people that have a story, and it's dope because everybody I'm working with right now has a story. So, and I take a lot of input and advice from you, you know, and I even mentioned at our session how I mentioned this all the time about how you had said that a lot of the kids that you've coached in the past, very few of them actually made it to state, but a lot of them went off to do great in life. So, you know, college, whatever, careers, whatever. And so, I just want to kind of help them redraw their story, you know, in the direction that it's going. And then of course, if they want to be great in MMA, that's the easiest thing for me to help them with.
Yeah. Well, so, and what you don't realize, what I didn't realize as a youngster, is how much of an impact being in that MMA environment, wrestling environment, jiu-jitsu is setting them up for future success. And like you're talking about, there's two groups of people that surprised me. Well, one, I learned that the kids that actually aren't very good at wrestling are getting more out of it than the other ones for a couple of reasons. But number one, you got to be a lot more brave to suck and go out there than to be awesome. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we had a guy, Andrew Herrera, who was the baddest dude in the gym, every gym we walked into,
right?
Hands down, right? He would play with his opponents. He would have a toothpick in his mouth and would be like talking to me during the matches and smiling and stuff. That's not brave. Okay. I had another kid who was on a 19-match losing streak, who's now in the Army, and to go out for match 20 after you've lost 19 in a row, that's a brave kid. Yeah. And that guy got a lot more out of it, I think, than many of the kids I've had who have gotten a lot of wins. And the kids who got a lot of wins got a lot out of it too. But so that surprised me. And then there was a lot of kids who I thought were not getting the message.
Like building pressure behind their whatever it is, their valve or whatever it is. It just builds and builds and builds, and then one day it's just
it blows. It just explodes, and then like they will realize like, hey, I can go out in front of everyone I know in the home gym and be afraid and go out and perform maybe knowing that I'm overmatched, but still go give it my all.
Yep.
And that's why I switched my preaching all the time. Instead of go win this match, you're going to go out there and you're going to give as much energy as possible. And I would tell the kids that are good, if you don't come off exhausted, you didn't wrestle hard enough.
Yeah.
I tell the kids that are bad, if you didn't last long enough to be exhausted, you didn't fight hard enough.
Right.
And that approach is something where that's the right process. You can have bad process and get good results, but it catches up to you. But if you have a good process, even if your results aren't showing it, eventually that takes off, and it will.
And
if
then
it
you
doesn't
make it
help
look
you in
easy.
wrestling, exactly.
And then you make it look easy. And, you know, I was one of those people for sure. Anything I make look easy in my life now, I had to put crazy work and struggle behind.
Yeah.
You know, and I know a lot of people are like that. A lot of great people.
There's a lot of things. One of the things I figured out is that I can just work harder than somebody if I figure out something.
And longer.
I just figured that out. And once you figure that out, that's not special. That is given to everyone. You have that ability. You have that. Everyone has 24 hours in the clock.
Yeah.
The thing I give for that is I say you got $24. 8 of it you spend on school or work. 1 or 2 on maintenance, brushing your teeth, taking your shower, doing that. 1 or 2 on eating. Then what do you do with those remaining $5 or $6 you have?
Yeah.
And that's the difference. And everybody has the ability to use those 5 or 6 hours for whatever. And they can use it to work. They can use it to get themselves better, or they can use it for leisure. And you reap the rewards of that or the consequences.
Absolutely. And I think it's interesting to like even think about what it takes for them to put into their dreams with that time, as far as like that mindset shift, because I think what a lot of kids struggle with is they understand that concept, but they're going through a lot of stuff, and so they have a hard time putting their attention into the right things. And for me, and I've always thought this, like now feel like I've made, first of all, the reason why I work so hard now personally is because of purpose. Now it's bigger than me.
Yeah.
But back then it was more because I just was so hurt and upset at the circumstances in life that I was going through, whatever it was, that I used that as fuel to basically pour those emotions onto the mat or into whatever it is, your music, like your passion, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And it paid off,
right?
You know, because I mean, it got me to where I'm at, you know. So.
And now you're in a position where people will and should listen to you.
Right.
And that's cool.
Yeah. So, and I know everybody's going through stuff.
Yeah. I love that. So if you're watching, when's the next time those kids can get in there and get some MMA
So
action?
tomorrow, 4:30, we're going to be running it at LTCC. It's right to the left of the gym. And come by and have some fun, you know. It's a good group that we got, and we're building something cool. So, 4:30 p.m. to 6. Even if you come in at 5, if you got work, whatever it is. I don't even care if you come in at 5:30. Just pull up if you want to and come be a part of something cool.
Cool. Love it. All right. Ready for kind of a bummer one?
Yeah, let's run it.
All right. So, I don't know. Did you see the article about my stepmom or see the news about it?
I did.
Yeah. Okay. So when last episode we were talking about suicide, the close family member I talked about was her, right? She had attempted suicide on September 11th.
Last time.
What?
Who it was?
I didn't say who it was. I just said a family member because I was respecting her and my dad's wishes
I just put all that together.
Keep that under wraps, right?
Yeah.
So what happened is she was embezzling money from the church that she was a church administrator at, which is a brutal truth. And so, first of all, just like personally, I feel very frustrated to be cast in the role of family member of mayor that stole from a church. And that's an emotion that I'm just open about. But what I appreciate is, and it's super weird to have parents ask you for advice, but they asked me what I would do. And I said, the Wallace thing, the wrestler thing, the Coach Ryan thing that I would say is own it right now. Don't wait for an investigation. Don't hide that you attempted suicide, don't hide any of that and get it out there.
Yep. Absolutely.
And own it. And we'll talk about sort of that more, but I was very proud of that. That took a lot of nards to do, and it's an uncommon thing, but you're not going to move forward until that part happens. So delaying that is either keeping you in neutral or dragging you backwards.
Yeah.
Right. And then
it's the big, bold, right thing to do.
And so even though I'm personally bummed because I've spent a lot of my time to build my last name's reputation in the town, and it sucks to have that tarnished, I also really always welcome the opportunity to demonstrate resilience, to demonstrate grit, and to show how to handle adversity with a sense of humor and self-confidence and apply the principles that I have. And I always say integrity is number one for me, so I'll always be honest and open. Adaptability, circumstances have changed. You gotta adapt to that circumstance and redirect with a purpose. Generosity, well, this is kind of a situation where it looks like an ungenerous act in our family. That doesn't mean I still can't be generous with my time and energy and all of those things. And then mental strength, not letting the circumstances break you mentally.
Yeah.
Don't focus on woe is me. Focus on what's pushing you, not your headwinds, your tailwinds, right? Yeah. So it's a different type of scenario than I'm used to, but it's really no different than getting choked out in a jiu-jitsu match and you got to retie your belt, shake hands, and go.
Can I say something on it too?
I would like you to.
Guys, listen. It's very difficult being in the public eye. And I've been there and he's been there, and you're under a microscope when you are. And that basically means that any time you fuck up, anything that you do,
it's a news story.
Yeah, it's a news story. And I understand why people would get frustrated. Trust me, I do. And Ryan does too. And it's valid for you to feel however you feel. But what if everything that you did was public? You know, every mistake that you made. So all I'm saying is, and I'm not trying to justify anything, you know, I'm on the outside and I don't justify anybody's actions or anything, but have some compassion, you know, because especially how she stepped forward the way that she did, you know, is a big deal. And that's a very difficult position to put yourself in. And I don't know. I just want to encourage the world to just have a little bit more compassion. That's all.
Yeah. And no one's expecting you to be perfect ever.
Right.
It's not possible. It wouldn't be cool if it was, right?
Yeah.
We've all made mistakes, maybe not that mistake, and maybe
lucky
smaller.
If your mistake hasn't been public.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people's are, and it sucks.
Exactly. And so for the theme of this, the title of this episode, I put "Clean the Sauce Before It's Dry." It's something that it's a saying I heard a long time ago that I've stuck by, and I tell the kids this, and I tell myself this: you're not perfect. You're going to spill some sauce, but if you spill spaghetti sauce on the counter and you wipe it right then, you wipe it and you throw away the paper towel.
Yeah.
If you say I'll do it after dinner, it's a little bit harder. You got to scrub, and there's some dry marks, and you got to scrub and throw it. If you say I'm going to wait until next week, that sauce is caked on there, and you're going to have to scrape it off.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to leave a stain. So if you find yourself in a situation where you've done something wrong, you've hurt other people, whatever that may be,
own it.
Yeah. Like a term I looked up when I was trying to figure this out: radical ownership. Admit your role without dressing it up. No buts, just I did this, it caused harm. Owning it gives you the power back to fix it instead of letting whatever's going to happen.
Yeah, I think that if we would live in a much better world, if everybody gave people the grace to see how they recovered and bounced back from mistakes before they started lashing out and pressing them and blasting them all over social media.
I agree.
Let's see how they recover from them. Let's see what they do after, you know.
And then, and I guess I skipped some, and you kind of touched on it, but you guys, unaliving yourself is not a solution. That is a short-term selfish, short-sighted solution that doesn't solve the problem. It just presses it on the people that are now grieving you. So it makes their life sadder and harder, and it makes you don't get a chance to explain yourself, you don't get a chance to redeem yourself, and it makes it just much worse for everyone involved. So that's never an answer. We talked about that last week, but just have that. And then, like he said, just give people a little more grace. Look inward at yourself and realize that in certain situations you've been tempted or have committed something that hurt someone else many, many times, right? Then also, feeling guilty doesn't do you much good, right? You got to separate the guilt that says I'm a bad person. You're not a bad person if you did a bad thing, right? I did a bad thing, but I can make it right. You're a bad person if you do a bad thing, you revel in it, and you continue to do that thing knowing the consequences, or you like it's your mode of operating is to do that bad thing repeatedly, right? But if you say, I did a bad thing, I want to make that right, that's a good person. We're not going to be judged ultimately on our transgressions, but how we react to that situation, right? You can always make it right. It's never too late to do the right thing. And, the bigger the hill you got, the bigger the shovel you need, but so be it, right?
Yep.
And you just can't be frozen in shame. You got to recognize it, and maybe you're going to get blasted. Maybe you're going to feel embarrassed, whatever. It passes.
The wave will pass.
Yeah.
What matters is what you do next. And I just really wish people would have a little bit more compassion
Right.
and grace. I mean,
I agree. But also, you put yourself out there. That's like we were talking about at the beginning. That's a sacrifice you make for your goal.
put yourself in that position. I mean, it's tough. It's tough, man. When you step into a leadership role, you got a responsibility, but you got to carry so much more weight than everybody else.
Yeah.
People don't know, because most of them haven't stepped up off of their couch enough to do anything with their lives to understand what it's like to have to carry that responsibility.
Right. And then because of humans' nature to lash out at people like that and want to topple somebody, it puts them in a position where they're less likely to make it right and more likely to hide it. And that's what's causing a lot of our problems in our political system now.
Yep. 100%.
Then on a smaller level, if you hurt somebody that you care about, and like our family members, all of those people, they hurt us more than others because they have more opportunities and because we have more feelings attached. If you hurt somebody, I've said mean things to a kid I'm coaching, or, siblings or loved ones or all of that. We all have done that. If you say I was wrong, I see how I hurt you, I'm sorry. It goes a long way. Like if somebody comes to you and apologizes and you're fuming at them, it's pretty hard to stay fuming at them. You know what I mean? Like think about that. Like if you touch my leg and I'm yelling at you, but if you're like, dude, I know you don't like me touching your leg. I'm very sorry. I'm not going to be like, oh, it's for me. You know what I mean? It's gonna go. Yeah. So don't say I'm sorry you feel that way, or I'm sorry if I offended you. Say I know I hurt you. I am sorry. It goes a long way. It goes farther than you realize, right? And on that same thing, make amends, not excuses. If you call my voicemail and you get Coach Ryan, the first thing I say is leave your excuse at the beep, right? Yep. And it's so that I can ridicule your excuse next time I talk to you. Because the one thing I despise more than anything besides the Denver Broncos is excuses.
Right.
And stepping in dog food with a barefoot. Ooh. But I do not like excuses at all. And so the number one thing, make amends, not an excuse. Don't say I missed practice because of this. Come to practice the next day. Say, sorry, I missed practice, coach, and then work like a demon that day.
Yep.
And say, I'm going to get an extra workout in after practice. Or if you did something harmful in a relationship, don't say it was because you weren't showing me respect or whatever. Say, I'm sorry. And then cook a good meal, plan a good occasion, whatever, something like that. You know what I mean? You
Yep.
can make an amends. You can make amends, not excuses. It will help you a lot. And then if you did something like that's actually a crime, admit it, serve your time, do your community service, educate other people on the cost of that action, something like that, right?
Yep. Legit.
And then something we both talk about all the time is learn the lesson hidden inside the wreckage. You're going to screw up. You're going to lose a lot. For basic sports thing, you're going to lose a match because of a mistake you made. And sometimes some kids, it's like, I had a kid that would never stop throwing this one move, and it would work like 2 out of 10 times.
Oh, no.
And the other 8 times, he'd be on his back getting pinned and then crying about it. And I'm like, listen, man, there's a lesson here. That move is not going to work for you. It will work in a pinch against a bad kid. It will not work against a kid who knows it's coming or knows how to stop that.
Believed in it so much.
Right? And so there's a lesson in the wreckage no matter what. Maybe you learn that you are overly tempted by a certain scenario. You know, you get a DUI, maybe you learn from that wreckage, I shouldn't be around alcohol. You commit an act of violence in a relationship, maybe you learn I shouldn't be in a relationship with this person or this type of person or until I solve this about myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? There's many things like that where you cause a problem, you commit a crime, you have a bad thing. There's a very valuable lesson in the wreckage no matter what. And it could be another thing you learn a lot is who sticks by you, who cares about you, who it was that you should have been focusing your energy on.
Sure.
There's a million things you learn from the wreckage, but don't be so paralyzed by fear of making a mistake that you're not willing to go send it and go do things.
Right.
Then if you do something that is harmful to others, recognize that action is harmful to others, own it, and learn that lesson that you caused a big problem here.
Don't double down and
Yeah.
deny that. Yeah.
Don't
Or
make
whatever.
a bad situation worse by making another bad choice.
Yeah.
Bad
Trying to
situation.
justify it. Just own it.
Own
fix it. Move
Go
on.
for it. Fix it.
That's it.
Learn
Own
from
it.
it.
Fix
Teach it.
it. Move on.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wipe the sauce while it's still
Yeah.
clean.
Yeah. And because if you don't own it, you're gonna run into trouble. If you let it linger and you beat yourself up about it, that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
And if you just move on, you're a fucking you're a narcissist. So
Yeah.
Own it, fix it, move on.
Love it. And for me, something that works a lot is use humor.
Are we allowed to cuss on this podcast, by the way?
Well,
I've always wondered, 'cause
I mean, technically, we haven't set the rule,
okay.
but my sister-in-law does watch, and when my nephew's around.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes they don't play it when he's there because of the cusses. My
Okay.
mom also watches, and she doesn't like the cusses, but
Now I'm scared.
Also-
cussing in.
I don't think it's bad if there's not too many,
Okay.
as long as you keep it down. The high school kids,
Yeah. I'm not
They-
worried about them.
their potty mouths
Yeah.
offend me. So
Right.
um,
I'm worried
But
about the moms and the nephews.
I got gray enough
and the
hairs that
grandmas.
I've heard those words before. Yeah, so use some humor and use some levity, to a point. But like, one thing I'm kind of stoked about is that it's going to save me for a sec because I don't think I'm going to have to be doing too many like family barbecues or any of that for a sec. There's there's still a little bit of a
Has to
gap.
clean up, Yeah.
Yeah, there's still some sauce that's wet. And then let time do its thing. Time heals all wounds, right? Time also helps with the comedy. You know what the key to comedy is? Timing. What's the key to comedy? Timing. See, if I say it what's the key to timing? What's the key to comedy? I mean,
Timing.
yeah, timing.
Right.
See, that's funny.
That is.
For what reason? Timing.
That's the only reason.
Timing.
Right.
All right. So, and you just can't rush credibility.
Yeah.
Credibility took a long time to gain. Your credibility gets crushed. It's going to take a while to get it back. You got to be patient with that. You got to be patient with yourself. Don't overly punish yourself during that rebuild process.
And you know what? Stop with the freaking Facebook opinions and Instagram and social media, like
Yeah.
that is what's ruining our world.
Don't doom scroll.
Nah, and don't just leave your opinion to yourself unless you
Yeah.
absolutely need to say something. Because I mean,
And I'm not sure one single person has ever been convinced otherwise
nah, and
because of something you said. on
yeah,
there.
and it just turns into a fight.
Yeah.
Like if you understand the machine of social media, if there's a post that's made and you comment on it because you're defending it, you're also exploiting it more
Right.
because you're giving it more traction, more engagement. And then you're also stoking the argument. And then, so no matter what side you're on, you're not doing any good.
No.
So just let it be, man. Unless you
And-
absolutely need to say something.
Yeah.
You know?
And think of how many times like there's been a miscommunication between you and a text message.
Right.
Very hard to get the context you need out of a situation by reading the words. And there's a very good chance that you're missing something important that was either meant or would have been implied or you would have gathered from a conversation.
Right. There's always more to the story.
Yeah.
There always is. And it doesn't make it okay. Doesn't make it not okay, but it makes it a lot more like it makes sense that you don't, opinionize on as much on it until you know what is actually going on.
Yeah, the only thing you can do on social media is Coach and Coco cast.
Yeah. Talk amongst your family and friends,
Yeah.
But
And then lean on the people that you think will understand you, right? And admit to them what happened. And like we've been saying a million times over, own it, rebuild from it. And there's people that are willing to help and that will love you unconditionally, no matter who you are or where you come from.
yeah, for sure.
All right. You got anything to add?
I got a lot of things to say, but I'm going to keep it to myself right
Okay.
now. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Not about that particularly, but yeah. I mean, a lot of the people I'm working with have stories.
Yeah.
There's people I'm directly working with that just got out of jail for
Right.
doing crazy shit.
And
so it's like
and so just a rhetorical
they're
question.
trying to turn their life around.
Rhetorical question. You get a guy who's just coming out of jail. Are you going to immediately brush him off and
Shut
think
him
less
out?
of him? No.
Oh, I'm gonna give him a chance.
Give him a chance.
You know?
Right.
And a lot of these are kids.
Yeah.
They're kids.
Right.
You tell me you didn't make a mistake when you were a kid. Anybody watching?
Made a lot.
Yeah. Oh.
Hurt people's feelings.
Just have a little more compassion and grace. Just stay away from it. Stay off social media and let it pan out the way it's supposed to. You'll know. Everything comes out in the wash. You'll know later on what you need to know about people.
Yeah.
Just leave it alone. Give it time.
And there's no magic wand.
Yeah.
Just elbow grease.
Yeah.
Sweat.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's a little earlier than we usually go to get into the idea, but I'm not feeling too good, and I've had a lot of stress like this thing we're talking about. So
You wrap it up early today.
you ready? You ready to rock the idea?
Yeah. Let's hear it.
Okay, so it's kind of along the topic that we're talking about here. And so I was in line at the pharmacy. I get there, and she's like, your thing's not going to be ready for a sec. So I got to tool around the store for a second, and I'm in the greeting cards.
Okay.
All right, and I think about all these people that I should, like, send a card on their birthday and all this stuff, and I never do it, right? Or, like, just how many people would like to have that.
Right.
So a service, subscription-based service.
Dude, so many subscription-based services.
That's how we get them, dude. Because if
Yeah,
they
make
forget about it,
millions off of these ideas.
we got tiers: free trial, 1 relationship, 3 auto tax, no claim forgiveness. Standard is $9.99 a month, covers up to 5 loved ones. We'll talk about what the packages are too. Premium Plus, $29.99 a month. Unlimited relationship, same day apology delivery. Then the executive apology plan, $99 a month. Comes with an on-call florist, therapist, and legal team.
So this is like if you make a
Okay,
mistake.
so there's 2 parts of it. You have insurance on your car, right?
Yeah.
Why? Because you may
Hit
screw
somebody.
up and
Yeah,
hit
yeah,
somebody.
Right.
You may hit a tree,
Right.
or a pine cone may fall in it, or something out of your control. But either way, it messes it up,
Right.
and you might have to make a claim,
Right.
right? So this is relationship insurance, right?
Okay.
You insure your house, you insure your thing, you insure yourself. Why not the most important thing in life? Your
Smart.
relationships.
Yeah.
Okay. First part of it is you just set out your 5 people, whatever plan you're on, It'll send them a birthday card when they need it. It'll send them like
Yeah.
an anniversary. You just input the dates and the people, so you don't got to remember the birthday dates. You don't have to remember the anniversary,
Yeah.
the day that their father died, whatever.
It's locked in.
It's locked in, and a card is sent for you,
Right.
right? And then it'll send like text, memes, general, just I'm thinking of you messages
Nice.
randomly,
Yeah.
right? Premium shifts the small gifts, flowers, food deliveries, all of it automatic for you, right? And then platinum, this is where we get them. Custom AI poems, apology letters, or videos starting like deep fake saying I was wrong. So like on my insurance, I have that basic coverage, and then I also got AAA
Right.
in case I break down. So the
It's really
AAA
good
part
stuff.
of it is, and I haven't come up with a good name for that, but like auto affection association or something like that. So it's still AAA.
Right.
But the relationship AAA, you mess up, you say something rude, you like
Yeah.
forget something important, you stay up
Yeah,
late,
yeah.
you get too drunk, I don't know, whatever. You send a claim like I effed up. I need to figure out, and then you don't have to worry about while you're also bummed like
Yeah.
what do I have to do to fix this? Like they
Yeah.
already know, they're good at it.
Yeah.
And they have like all these different things. The crisis response. What do you think? What do you
No,
got?
I think it's great. I think it would work really well on the offset, and then I think people would really quickly get sick of it because they would be like, "Oh, that's just your insurance. It's not really you."
No,
You
but
know
they
what I
don't
mean?
know that. They don't know that yet because you don't
Yeah.
tell them
Right.
unless they have it too.
That's true.
I guess you're right, but still,
That idea might be on fire the first like month, and then you might want to pull it because it might tank.
so you think we're going to have only trial member people's the free trial?
I think it's going to be great immediately, and then I think as soon as people start finding out that they'll get mad that it's not coming from you specifically, it's coming from your insurance.
Okay, but what about the AAA emotional tow truck?
I think it's good.
You're in a serious argument. You hit it. They dispatch a relationship coach or therapist to mediate.
That's pretty good. See, that's how you got to angle it. You got to angle it things that are actually going to like benefit the situation that doesn't make it feel ingenuine.
Okay.
But
like, what about a situation like I've been quiet for 72 hours with her, right?
Right.
And it just sends a thoughtful message for you, just thinking about you, how great you are. Sorry, you've been off the radar.
I think that's where it's going to get touchy for sure.
But then you can respond when she responds to that. It just helps keep you on track.
Yeah. But then you better be ready to respond with something good.
They're going to help me with that too. They're going to respond too.
Right.
She's not going to know.
I mean,
I get what you're saying. How about this?
It would be like, okay, they get an immediate like $200 Amazon gift card.
Yeah, that's
because that's something
that's for executive. That's in the
enjoy.
executive apology.
And
plan.
then you have to write your own apology response.
Well, maybe I can fill a bunch out ahead of time. Like if I got a good Saturday afternoon where I'm rocking.
But then you got.
I have a pretty
really
good.
Put yourself there.
I have a pretty good idea of what I'm gonna have done to mess it up. I know me by now, so
you just put all these scenarios down.
Yeah, they'll have it. The AI will help that too.
Right.
I think the main thing is the crisis response system.
I think it's good.
I was wrong. I reflected. You deserve better from me. Just like that message right away.
Yeah.
They're not going to know if you wrote that or it did.
Oh, man. No, that's good. I think third-party insurance would be good, though, if there was, like, relationship insurance that, like, you had to go to therapy.
Yeah.
Via the insurance that it paid for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If your relationship hit a certain like level of like distraught.
And like just like the towing, you get 3 a year or whatever.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
What about this too? What about the rapid remorse hotline? Somebody calls you, an empathetic human, call your loved one and be like, he's really trying. He bought the platinum plan. Like he wants this to work. He really cares. He put in his survey like 10 out of 10 on cares about you.
Hey man, and it'll give people jobs. It sounds
like. I'm giving a lot of people jobs. Yeah. Nice people that will call.
I like it.
We also have a reward system. Like I didn't come out with a lot of them, but you get points for things like being emotionally available, didn't ruin Valentine's Day,
Nice.
high score equals discounts on future emergency apologies
And then you
too.
rack up points.
Rack up points,
those
and then you
points
can
go
use
to
those
Amazon
points.
cards or whatever you want to do.
Yeah. What do you think of that?
I think it's great. Yeah. I think that's cool.
And our marketing angle is just going to be: you insure your car, you insure your phone, you insure your home. Why don't you insure your relationships? Because sometimes love breaks down on the side of the road too.
It's smart. It's actually one of those ideas you're surprised hasn't been already tackled.
I know. It's like, it's not even half baked, or like,
Yeah.
it's actually a good idea.
Dude, people are going to get some gems watching this.
I know. Dude, maybe I'll make America rich. Who knows?
Maybe.
Somebody's driving around in their bread truck, just
Yeah.
giving people bread at dinner time.
Yeah.
The bread song.
Dude, the last one last week broke me.
I know you couldn't handle once I got to America's Next Top Uncle.
America's Next Top Uncle.
I need to create that show too.
Yeah. Because that one's personal.
I would kill that.
I'm full uncle mode right now.
Another one that I haven't fleshed out, I just like the idea. College for dogs.
Right as your dogs.
The dog's making noise.
Yeah.
Think about that, dude. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
It's just a college, dogs everywhere.
Dude, that'd be sick.
Little backpacks on them, cute little
Yeah.
backpacks.
Nice little cap and gowns when they graduate.
Yeah, oh man.
Yeah.
Dude, I would cry when my dog walked across the
Imagine,
stage graduating.
imagine dog prom.
Dog prom would be sick.
Yeah,
Oh
dude.
man.
A little bowl of punch water or something. Oh, man.
Yeah. Little bone name tags.
Yeah.
Oh, dog prom would be good.
All the dogs just getting pregnant.
I also thought of this. Imagine a bar, like you don't have your own, let's say you don't have your own dog for whatever reason, but you like dogs. This is a bar you go to, get your drink, then they also give you like a little sleeve of tennis balls and a dog that you get to play fetch with out there and mess around with.
That's a great idea, dude.
I know.
That's a
That was the
great
one I
idea.
almost went with.
Especially if it's a cute little dog.
Little cute little dog.
Yeah.
Another one that got tepid response from anyone that I talked to. You know how people go to like exotic locations and swim with dolphins?
Mm-hmm.
Mobile dolphin tank comes to your town. Comes to your town.
Just wheels.
Just
water.
yeah.
So dangerous on so many levels.
Oh man, that thing spills over on the.
All the people would just go crazy.
They wouldn't like it.
Yeah. It's spilling over, yeah. Just leaving a trail of water.
Dude, how about this? While we have the dolphin tank and we're bringing it to towns, there's going to be protesters.
Yeah.
We also have a business that sells signs
For protesters.
to protesters.
Oh man, that's good.
Oh,
That's. I mean, hey.
get them coming
it's a
and
pretty
going.
foolproof plan.
Okay, so it needs a little work, but you like relationship
I do like relationship insurance.
because love breaks down too.
It does.
You would have your
I would
freaking
need the
premium would be like
good.
$1,000 a week.
Yeah.
All the claims you'd have to make.
I would be in jail right now, probably. I'd be so in debt with all of my past problems.
You'd have to steal from a church. Too soon? How long did I say you got to wait for it to be funny? Comedy is tragedy plus time. And sometimes plus therapy, I guess, in this case.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right.
It is what it is.
We good? You got anything to add?
No, man. That was fun.
Loved it.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Thanks. Peace,
See you
TikTok.
See you next
Thanks,
week.
Tyler. Later.
Come out tomorrow, 4:30 at the college.
4:30 at the college.
And
Be there.
Friday, 6:30 at the college. No, 4:30 at the college. Big event out there too. Come out.
Love it.
That was actually, what, that was 45 minutes? Oh, 49 minutes.
49. We've met.